Welcome back. We're looking at the formal letter. And in this last segment, we're looking at a letter of request. When you're asked to write a letter of request, you are asking for something. So the example is a donation or a sponsorship. Can I say that again? When you're asked to write a letter of request, you're asking for something like a donation or a sponsorship. So let's have a look at such a letter. Dear, and you'd put in the name of the person to whom you're writing. Remember, once again, you'd have both your addresses. I'm assuming that you remember that format. You explain in the heading what you are asking for sponsorship for. Here it's for debating. So the person knows right up front that you're asking for money and what it's for. At our school, we offer debating as an extramural. We have a junior and senior debating team. We have some enthusiasm each year, but we're trying to increase the numbers of children who attend debating. Now, this is a slightly longer opening paragraph in comparison to the opening paragraphs we've been looking at, but we still have the who, what, where, when, why. Look at what's outlined. It's at our school, it's debating, tells us what we have, some enthusiasm, but what are we trying to do? Increase the numbers. So that's the introductory paragraph. Then there should be quite a long body paragraph. Our one idea is to hold inter-house competitions, but we feel that to support this effort, there needs to be some reward. We want to offer a number of cups to winners, such as Best Junior Debater, Best Senior Debater, Best Junior Debating Team, Best Senior Debating Team, Best Member of the Floor Junior, and Best Member of the Floor Senior. The paragraph continues, for all of these, we would need one large floating trophy and little trophies for the debaters to keep. As there are 3 members of each team, this would mean 8 little take-home trophies per year. Now that's quite a long paragraph, but it outlines exactly what the focus is of this letter. You're asking for sponsorship. You are telling the company exactly what it is that you want them to sponsor. Now they can see there are all of these trophies. You're asking for trophies. And they can see which ones the floating trophies are. Those are the big ones, the big cups that are given to people but taken back each year. And you know how you have something around the base and you engrave it with the people who've won it. And then they're also asking for little trophies, so little cups that the person can take home and keep for the rest of their lives. So why this detail? Because you're going to ask the company to sponsor you. They need to know exactly where their money is going to go. So that's the bulk of your letter. Let's look at the next paragraph. We know that your company is a supporter of the arts and is interested in particular in speaking. We would like you to consider sponsoring our debating competition, which would then be named after your company. I have attached a quote from Trophies Unlimited for the amount which would be needed for this year. Could you also please consider donating the annual trophies, the take-home and keep ones, on an ongoing basis? Yours faithfully, and you'd sign it and print your name. So in that last paragraph, again, quite a long paragraph, but it does explain what is required. Notice the appeal here. Your company is a supporter of the arts and particularly speaking. So you're explaining why you're appealing to this company. Why should this company sponsor you? Because they're interested in the arts. Then we would like you to consider sponsoring our debating competition. There it is specifically. And again, a little sop to the company. We'd name it after you. You know, you'd get some advertising here. And then, quite interestingly, this person has attached a quote for the amount that would be needed for this year. So as you appeal to the company, you're showing them exactly what it is that you are requiring. Now, that you might feel is presupposing that they're going to support you. No, not really. You're showing them, I'm not trying to rip you off. I'm not asking for more money than is actually required. And then, just as an extra, could you possibly consider supporting us not only this year, but next year and the year after and the year after that? And then you sign it. What do you notice about the tone and style of this letter and of the other letters that we've looked at, the business letters? The tone is always polite. The use of language is formal, correct English, spelt and punctuated correctly. The letter to the editor, you can use a slightly more relaxed style, but not in the other business letters. It's formal, it is correct. And remember the format. You've always got to have your address, their address, beginning with who, then the dear, then the heading, 3 paragraphs, and you sign off like that. I hope you get all your letters correct. From me, bye-bye.